I'm alive. At least I hope I'm alive. Welcome back, Sprouts. Welcome back to um fishing? Fishing. Real fishing. The road trip adventure. Ow. Stab myself. Um so I beat the Switch version, which means that like no problems on this one. I will say that I'm gonna finish off the record book before I catch the legendary fish, because there's a record book that pops up. As you can see, I modified myself a little bit. I have a new shirt, or at least a new shirt texture. It's space. My shirt's now in space. Testing out the VC face avatar additions. Cause like with the with VC face now, you can basically just use Unity shaders, like any kind of why is my eye all messed up? You can use like any kind of like Unity shaders. And they just work, because VC face is also Unity. From Unity into Unity. Also, I can do this now when I'm angry. Can spit spores. Sprout spores. That's another Unity thing. Next, I'm going to be working on retexturing my hair, probably retexturing my face. My eyes get another retexture. But I changed my shirt. It's not my fishing shirt, but I just wanted to see what I can do with it. Also, probably gonna be eating here. I got some soup. It's like progressive cream of mushroom. I had to like do a lot to make it like edible. It's not really good. So I know what comes after. What do I want? What am I? Right. I think I want to unlock omelets. Looking back on the Switch version, I want to unlock omelets because that's the it has like a stamina plus, experience plus. I think I'll make fried egg toast tonight. Anyway, welcome back, gentle sprouts, to fishing. The Sprout way, which is real fishing, the road trip adventure. So, I hope everybody's been doing well. I've been kind of Can't tell, my nose is still a little bit screwed up. Probably from the COVIDs. I don't know how to make my eyes not like up without like fiddling around. I don't think you guys want me to fiddle around with stuff. You just want to get right straight into the fishing action. Fishing action. Let's see, we're going after Trevelise, right? Giant Trevally. Did I make? Yeah, I have a red Sebring. I'm gonna need to make a Mahi Mahi eventually. Trying to remember, you do get some, Blink, damn it. My ring light down a little bit, see if it helps. It does not help! Yeah, and resetting this. Anyway, just ignore my eye. It's fine. It's just completely fine. Nothing's wrong. Absolutely nothing's wrong. Anyway, we need to make the Mahi Mahi eventually. Also, in the Switch version, I still haven't unlocked all of the stuff. I have all the snacks I need. What's in super energy drink that's like bread and vegetable? Like, is it like can of bread, like liquid bread? Have I made this joke before? Oh, I did catch a giant Trevally, it just wasn't giant enough. I do want to say I'm aiming for 3 o'clock? Well, this might be a shorter stream since I started late, but... Yep. Still don't know what my Xbox buttons are. You are a Sebring. Seriously need to upgrade stamina. Alright. What topics do I want to talk about since we're just sitting here fishing? Let's see, what's new coming out? Monster Hunter Rise for PC. I'm not sure if it will be any good on PC because it looks like it's like the, from what I've played on the Switch, it feels like a console portable, or I should say handheld, Switch is handheld. A handheld Monster Hunter with like Monster Hunter World bits stuck to it. Or at least that's the feeling I got. Maybe I'm just used to Monster Hunter World and like the clutch claw and everything. But there is no clutch claw in Monster Hunter Rise, which feels a bit weird. There is like some kind of bug string thing, but it's not the same as the clutch claw. And you can apparently, once you web it enough, you can ride the monsters and stuff, which I'm wondering like how good that's gonna be. Like, you can do it in, like, the demo, but it's like... Where's the goddamn giant Trevelise? Maybe I should have made the Mahi Mahi one. It just didn't feel good to me. It didn't feel like what I'm used to, but... I have played, you know, handheld Monhuns before, and I do like them, so I'll adjust. So I've been able to switch between, Monhun World and Monhun Generations. After I learned Bow for lulz, which seems by Generations they actually made Bow workable. If this was, Animal Crossing, I'd be breaking in the bells. This red sea breams are, I do believe, 3,000 bells each. But alas, this is not Animal Crossing. What did we get the, giant Trevelise with? Just remembered I forgot to do my OBS socket. You're not what I need, none of you are what I need. Hang on. Alright, I put on captions, experiment. I hope that's a thing that makes the thing go. If it's not, then I don't know. It's getting dark soon, let's head back. Look at all the not fish I need fish. Soup time. just hate these canned soups. They're like, they have no flavor. It's like they're afraid to put flavor in them. It's like, if we put flavor in this, how are people gonna, like, flavor it themselves? And, like, if it's, like, the soups you have to put, like, water or milk with, like, okay. I have to dress it up anyways, so I'll dress it up when I do all that. But, like... But when it's like the, oh, just, like, put it in a bowl and go, that's like, put flavor with it, please. Like, as if it's supposed to be put in a bowl and go, like, actually make it so I can put it in a bowl and I can go. Got all them red sea breams that they're not on the list. My nose is so runny. Maybe. Let me actually equip it before I forget. It's the same thing, but a different color. No, that's not the X button. That's what I'm looking for. That's also what I'm looking for. Let's see, what else is coming down the pike that I'm looking at? See, Nintendo released a bunch of stuff that I'm not interested in at all. Like, Splatoon 3. What's interesting is I went on the Wii U store and Splatoon 1 is still $60, which is like... kind of ridiculous. Navigator Splatoon 3 is going to be the hacked up and served back to you mess that Splatoon 1 is. But you don't have to get the DLC. The DLC is only single player. Yeah, and I kind of like the single player. And it's like... maybe have two different versions of Splatoon. Like Splatoon, I don't know, Octo, which is the more single player heavy one. And then Inkling, which is like the more multiplayer heavy one. Of course they won't do that. And then people are going to be confused about what version to buy, and they're going to be like, I want the Octoling one because I like Octolings, but I wanted the multiplayer thing. But you know, have like the multiplayer thing as DLC. Not that I should say that you should just hack it up, because I think, you know, that you just sell both at the same time, but... this is Nintendo we're talking about. They like to, like, chop stuff up and serve it back to you, like, Pokemon, the new Pokemon, Diamond and Pearl remakes. Bet they're gonna have some DLC on that. Like... you're only gonna get the Sinnoh region Pokemon, and if you want, like, the rest of the Pokemon from, like, the other regions that aren't up to Sinnoh, then you're gonna have to buy them like they did with, Sword and Shield. Of course, people are like, you don't have to buy the expansion for Sword and Shield. And it'd be like them releasing, like, a Sword and Shield Plus like they usually do for the versions. And it's like, actually, no. From what I hear, the Sword and Shield expansions are basically the rest of the game. Because I hear, like, the base game, that there's not a lot to do in it, really. And it's the expansions themselves that actually add, a lot of the game back into the game. Which means you have to pay like $90 just for the full game, which is exactly what Nintendo wants. They are carving up and serving back to you their video games, and everybody's just more than happy to just let them do it and buy it. Because everyone's more than happy to pay $60 for a remake. But you see, they put all this time and effort into all the remaking the game. Yeah, but $60 worth, really? They already had the story. They already had the layouts, the level designs, because it's a remake. That's kind of like the point. I think a Mana game also came out, a remake of that, which, I wasn't really too into the Mana series. I played Final Fantasy Adventure, which was the Seiken Densetsu 1. 1. I forget which one it was. It's it was re-released on the Game Boy Advance as Sword of Mana. Like, it's already been remade once on that game. I think this one was like the original or something. I'm not really into the Mana series. It's not that I have anything against it, just I'm not into it. Like, I played the one I did and it was pretty good, but I played Trials of Mana. It's alright. And the replayability is because there's more than one character. It has a little bit of romancing saga going on there. Which is another one, like, I only played Saga 1 through 3, and I love the Saga series. But I don't like romancing saga. And I don't really like Saga Frontier. Saga Frontier was a confusing mess. Honestly. I think I looked up strategy guides, and it basically said, if you don't play them in this order, you won't be able to beat the game. At one point. Which is like, don't give me a selection of characters if I can't beat the game. Maybe I put too much pepper in this mushroom soup. Although the artwork for at least the beginning romancing sagas are really good. Like the late 80s, early 90s artwork's really good. The modern ones that I've seen, like in the Re-Universe, no. They're doing that stupid otaku bullshit. Ta-da! Wow, fireworks. You brought them. Heck yeah, it's summer. You gotta play with fireworks. Nice, let's light them up. Yeah, we're talking. Get me the candle. Alright, and it's lit. See, like, in America, we light them with matches, or like a lighter or something, or like a grill lighter. I guess a candle is okay, because you can keep the candle going for a while, so you can always have that, the fire readily available. Here we go! Shouldn't quit it! That's dangerous! Of course, there's always that one guy who just has to swing around his fireworks. It reminds me of a movie I saw of a guy that put the fireworks in his pants because he's like, "Ooh, look at me." Let's just say it didn't end well. Take this, rainbow fire! You're gonna kill yourself, kid. Oh my gosh, you guys are so stupid. This is so much fun. It reminds me of when I was a kid. Yeah, it does. Aw, are we almost done already? These things go so fast when you're having fun. Yeah, I just lost this accent somewhere. I knew you'd say that. What's that? Oh no, don't tell me. Dun-dun-dun! A big firework! Uh-oh, is that gonna be safe? Blast off! Yeah! Ah! It kaboom! Oh, it was a smaller one. Oh, that's pretty. You had me so worried. You gotta have at least one big firework. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean, but it just feels dangerous with you. Yeah, it does. Anyway, let's finish off with the small ones. Alright, it's a contest to see who can keep it going the longest. Bring it on! Okay then, ready, set, go! I like how, like, the whole, proprietor storyline's kind of just tossed out, and they're like... What do we catch? I don't know. Trying to remember this one. I think it should just go anywhere. Might as well just go back here and, like, catch what we're supposed to be catching. Or what we were supposed to be catching. I think I need a better rod that casts out further for the Mahi Mahi. So honestly, the Trevally is the trash fish for this area. So I don't know why I was catching all those sea breams. And then suddenly I'm just catching him just fine. Yeah, do B and A. At least know what those are on an Xbox controller. Ooh, that's a big fish. I wish I knew how to hack games to where I could just change it to a, PlayStation controller. Because, like, I know a PlayStation controller. It's so different that it's just all PlayStation controllers are the same. None of this A, B, X, Y. And then, like, we'll switch the positions for our system because we gotta be different. Although, to lay blame somewhere, I do believe the Dreamcast did it first. Imagine though if we had like a Sega controller with like the L1, L2, R1, R2 with like the 6 buttons. You have like 2 extra buttons. Or like I should say the Saturn controller. I mean it was like late Genesis era that we had the 6-button controller that went into the Saturn. X is up. X is always up. You can't tell me otherwise. Also, screw you, fish. Other news. That's about it. There's some, a new Story Seasons game coming out that, of course, has a Day 1 DLC. And a new Harvest Moon coming out that has a season fucking pass. Which probably has a shitty marriage candidate aimed at women. Which is that gourmet, or not, gourmet guy? Not gourmet, it's the other ugly looking guy that's like, why? Getting dark soon, let's head back. That's like, oh, of course all the ones aimed at men are all pretty and stuff like that. But like, the one aimed at women, no, we gotta sneak like some beast, animal, ugly dude in there. And it's like, getting sick of it. If men get all pretty women, then women deserve to have all pretty men. Mr. Shotman's changed! Oh no, he's going Super Saiyan! European cats fight. He's a werewolf! Hey, have you two noticed? Huh? Noticed what? About Mr. Shotman. Doesn't it seem like he's getting younger? You see, I couldn't tell. But he is. What stood out to me was his white hairs. He has a lot less now. Hair dye? Well, to be honest, I was never really paying much attention to his hair. But he does seem more energetic recently. Maybe he's having fun being with us. Don't they say your spirit grows younger when you're hanging out with young people? That actually is a scientific fact, that they have, like, the old people that, like, play with children, their medical problems tend to be less severe than, if they didn't hang out with, like, the children. Of course, when I read it, there was like a lot of the old people that were like, fuck children, I hate them. I bet he's excited we're getting this place all cleaned up, too. That might be it. I'm glad we're helping motivate him in ways other than simply helping with the cleaning. Is that really it? I don't feel like that's quite it. What's wrong? Isn't it good that he's younger? Well, yeah, in the spiritual sense, but I'm talking about his physical look. Soon he's gonna be like our age, and we're gonna have to like hang out with him. Like, you know, teenagers. Maybe he dyed his hair. Thank you! Well, if that were the case, all of his hair should be the same color, more or less, but it's not like that. I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't think there's as much of a difference as you say, Alice. Okay, if you both say so. That's just my imagination. No, they're just gaslighting you. Just be happy that he's useful now. Come on, it's getting late. Let's go to sleep. Yeah, we need to prepare for tomorrow. We're heading back to the pond, and we're looking to catch a largemouth bass named Billy. That's bigger than 60 centimeters. I suggest we use a claw worm lure. Sounds good. Now let's catch some Z's. More soup. Also, to be fair, the Campbell's soup in a can doesn't taste that good. I think I noticed something on this. Does this look better? I can't tell. I changed the filtering on it. And then I turned it back off again. I don't know. I'll have to look later. We have fried egg toast. Still don't know how you can make fried egg toast with just bread. Let's see, did anybody get any points? He's got 4. And then I'll start going for the power X-ray. Let's do Rodcraft. Alright, what's the beef stew? Probably was omelet. Yeah, let's get the Ocean Master because we can upgrade it to SS. And this one's already been upgraded to AA. Also purple. Hard reel, regular reel, which is a nice blue, and beginner's reel, which is a nice black. Spotted Gar, we meet again. Do I have a largemouth bass lure? A rubber jig. Ow, my legs. Trying to get my mouse cursor off the screen so it annoys me. Gonna be more crap. It's crap. No, wait, no, it's a largemouth bass. Probably related to the crap. I have to admit, the legendary rod, reel, and lure looks really nice. I'm not gonna spoil what it looks like, but it looks really nice. And it's also just ridiculous looking. That's about all I'm gonna say about it. Although the legendary lure can only catch the legendary fish, and I'm trying to remember, it's something out of the ocean. I want to say giant trevally, but I don't think that's it. I want to say it's mahi-mahi, maybe? Or dolphin head. Well, mahi-mahi is usually one to call the dolphin fish, even though it's not a dolphin. But let's be confusing about our animals. Like possums and opossums. Opossums and possums are not the same animal, not the same... They're marsupials, but that's where their similarities kind of end. They kind of do look similar, but like... The American opossum, I should say, is like not related to the Australian possum. And the only reason they were called possums is because they looked like opossums. So here we have dolphin fish, dolphin-headed fish, and actual dolphins. They both come from the ocean. That's about where, and they both have fins. That's about where the similarities, end. And they have that general, like, oceanic shape. 2 fins and a tail, and a dorsal. What to talk about? Maybe this will just be the cozy stream, where it's just silence and nature. And me maybe rambling on about something on occasion. I guess other things, not the X button, is, Rockman XA, or the Battle Network as it was renamed over here. Rumors that there might be a Legacy Collection coming, which, I don't know, I was kind of into this series back when it first started. And I mean, like, my likes and dislikes have changed since then, but it was kind of a fun series, even though it was like, for children. Just, it was literally for kids, like, elementary kids. Which, I don't like the kind of censorship or editing they did to make it American. So, you know, that's just teaching Americans, like, there are no other cultures out there except American cultures. Just why would I kind of grew up and found out, oh, hey, there's other countries in the world. It was somewhat, I wouldn't say a shock, but it was like, I was never kind of really exposed to, like, other cultures in cartoons that I was watching. Because they were, like, heavily censored or heavily edited and whatnot. Dark soon, let's head back. So, like, even this game, this is not quite a kid's game, I would say. It's kind of like an everyone's game. There's nothing in here that's, like, super offensive or anything. The realistic fish style might not appeal to children because they don't... They maybe not like realism. And none of the main characters are kids. I guess the Shotman does not have any gray hair. Then again, I forget what he originally looked like. Yeah, I think I can see that he does look younger. And considering the way this game changes the clothing for the characters every day, it's probably something you could notice. Let me shove some more soup in my mouth. Can't say that I played Battle Network as a kid. I was in college, but I've kind of just had my tolerance of just shonen anime games. Especially when all the girls are weak and healers. And there's like one of them. And like, it's all the boys that are all the strong ones and stuff. But still, here's hoping 1 comes out, just for nostalgia's sake, and hopefully I hear, like, number 4 is translated so horribly, like, you could do a Google Translate better than that. So, you know, to put back in all the cut content, because I hear there was content that was cut. Like, not, like, for censorship reasons, but kind of, like, for... Some of it was, like, events, like, event content. Like, you had to show up physically to an event to get stuff that... I think they put it in on the Wii U version. What's wrong? Is Sean upset about something? That email we got this morning. Oh, the scores for the midterm. Of course it doesn't faze you, Samadhi. What? But unlike our tests in high school, most of our exams in college are open book. Yeah, but I don't know where to look, so it doesn't even matter. Yeesh. Did you really just say that? You kind of admitted to being stupid. Oh yeah, then how did you do, Alice? You didn't look too happy either. I don't like the way they, like, drop stupid constantly in this game. I do not like it. It was a passing grade. I'll just have to make it up on my finals. By the way, in my college, we didn't have open book exams. So, was your score really that bad, Chun? We studied pretty hard for it the day before. Yeah, well, I think it did okay on the parts that you helped me with. Maybe. Let me take a look. Oh, gods. Can I see? Oh wow. Shun, this is barely above a fail. Wait, it says you have to take a makeup exam. Don't say it. I don't need you to tell me. I've been pretty depressed too. Good luck on your makeup. We'll study extra hard. With fishing! No! That's the scariest part of this all! Oh, I think I kinda get it now. Oh, I almost forgot. Aren't we going to a new fishing location tomorrow, Neil? Yeah, come on, Neil. Give us the goods. Huh, oh, okay, sure. Tomorrow we're going to the Stone River. We have to catch a northern pike bigger than 80 centimeters. It's best if we use a swisher lure. A northern pike? Huh, sounds tough. Let's hit the hay so we're all recharged in the morning. Indeed. I'll make a study plan for the makeup exam for you, Sean. Aw, I don't want to think about that right now. Neil really does care about him so much. It's almost like they're... lovers! Do I have a northern pike lure? No. Now the big question, which one of these three do I want to make? Because Swisher, like you see, it's just a suggestion. Trying to remember which one the best one to make was. Let's go with sturgeon. That's spoon lure? Doesn't really look like a spoon to me, or am I looking at it wrong? Big spoon. Let's just tie a spoon on the end of, like, a string. I got a feeling like the original spoon lures are actually really made out of spoons. But then, you know, like, we just refined them into looking like that. What else? Well, there are no new fishing games on, like, on the horizon. Like, no one really, like, really gets excited for those. And most of the ones that come out are, like, realistic fishing, which I'm not, like I said, I'm not really into realistic fishing. Like, and while real fishing has, like, realistic looking fish, which I'm kind of like, eh. Boom! One and done. It still has a kind of anime visual novel thing going on. I'm willing to put up with the realistic fish. Like, if it has these kind of elements. But when it's like, everyone's looking like realistic, like, NRA members out in the middle of the woods, it's like, eh, no. And if the rods look all realistic and stuff, it's like, eh, no. Like, some of these rods look realistic-ish, but they're, you know, enough, like, not real-ish. I think I just talked about this before. Harvest Moon, Story Season's coming out, that has probably fishing in it. It's a mainstay. Breath of the Wild 2, not coming out this year, which I didn't expect it would. I mean, everyone's kind of pissed because they expected it, and they didn't get what they expected, and it's like, it's probably gonna take a while. Go play Breath of the Wild, go play, go play Link's Awakening. Go pay your $60 and play Link's Awakening. Or, you know, boot up the, boot up your old games that you have. Play some Wind Waker, play some, I hear Skyward Sword's getting remade, which probably good for it because it used the Wii Motion Plus controls. And I honestly never played it because of that. Like, I came in back before Wii Motion Plus, and it requires Wii Motion Plus. Which, they're putting it on the Switch. It probably will use motion controls still. But since there's no, like, Joy-Con Motion Plus, probably safe to say that don't have to worry about that. Unless they do... What? That's bullshit. Unless they come out with a Joy-Con Motion Plus, which is like, why would you do that? You're under like 3 or 4 or 5 lawsuits for your Joy-Cons being shit. I mean, mine haven't started drifting yet, but then again, I don't really use the I really don't use the original Joy-Cons. I use a gamepad. And if I'm playing it docked, or like with them docked, like one of them is original. I'm hoping it doesn't go. Although I've noticed Joy-Con drift with like, not with my gamepads too, like my non-Nintendo gamepads. Like it feels like it's not. It's like, I know people replace the analog and then it gets better, but I kind of feel that it's not wholly the controller, that it's the Switch itself too, that it doesn't respect its dead zone, or that there's some phantom input going on as well. Docked him, let's head back. And the only thing I fished up was the target fish. Which I kind of feel like whenever they tell you to like use this specific thing, just don't use it. Find something else, because then you'll be able to catch the fish, because the one that you use, you'll just be catching the other fish. But I don't really know. Let me go finish my soup. My soup. But like, when you have like a pile of lawsuits, maybe not come out with a new controller. Which I don't, like I said, probably not, but still. Or if you do, everybody who has Joy-Con problems gets a free, the free new controller. Salt and pepper and a little bit of dill enhances the flavor. I kind of wished fishing spirits, sooty spirits, I'm trying to remember what they called it over. Not here, but in Asia. I think it was fishing something. But I kind of wish they had brought it to the United States, or at least Europe. But they didn't. They only put it in Southeast Asia, and to get the English version, you have to buy the Japanese version? Because the Chinese version actually doesn't have English on it, despite the fact that the Chinese eShop serves Hong Kong and Malaysia, and I think Singapore. It's just weird. But that's another, like, it's not a fishing game like this. It's kind of an arcade fishing kind of game that I've played, and it's kind of fun. It seems fun. I do want my Fish Island back, but it was unfortunately closed. Sad face. Ooh, my old pal went fishing again. Your pal? I didn't know you had I didn't know you had other friends. I didn't know you had friends, Sean. Ooh. Of course I do. I didn't tell you guys yet, but I made a new friend the other day. When did you have time to make friends? You just met him, and he's your friend. Oh, is this during your internship? Wait, so this is for real? So, how was the company? Did they treat you well? What does the company do again? You see, it's no idea, but their logo was like this umbrella. Like, it was red and white, and it was looked like kind of like an umbrella, and I think they're called Umbrella Corps. Could be wrong. Like, the other place I went to was, it looked kind of like a, like the Instagram kind of photo camera thing, and it said something about, like, aperture or something. And the other one was, like, this, like, black rock. And it was, like, a mesa, a black mesa. Anyway, I have no idea what any of those companies do. What do you mean? You worked there, didn't you? Yeah, I guess. I mean, I went, but anyway, when I was in the office, there was this older guy who would come in late every day. So I told him that being late for work is bad. Hold on. He might have been someone important. It's probably why you don't work there anymore. You got your ass canned, didn't you? That's why you, on your first day is why you don't have no idea what that does. You have why it, yeah, It probably sent you off for like T-virus testing or something. Since I got used to the early morning stank to fishing, I told him he should start fishing too. It gets you in the habit of waking up early. Neil's look is just kind of gold. Like, this guy I did not know that might have been the president of the company, I told maybe you should, like, stop showing up late. And then, well, after that, I went to the office every day just to talk to him about fishing. So, I don't know what the company actually does, but they, like, paid me to stand there and talk to this guy about fishing. Oh my gosh. And that's your new friend? That's right, we could talk for hours on end. He's just as passionate about fishing as I am. I see, well, that's good for you, I think. It's great! Poor Neil, he worries too much. Alright, so where's the next fish at? Looks like we're headed back to the ocean. We need to catch a black porgy bigger than 60 centimeters and a Japanese sea bass bigger than 70 centimeters. We should use a black porgy popper lure for the black porgy and a power metal lure for the Japanese sea bass. Got it. Don't think you can hide, black porgy. You two Japanese sea bass, we're coming for ya. And then we're gonna catch ya. And then we're gonna take pictures of ya, and we're gonna send you nudes to, like, some fishing magazine, and they're gonna print them, and, like, in the meantime, we're probably just gonna, like, toss you back in the ocean. And, like, you'll be online, like, fish nudes, like www.likefishnudes.com. I don't know if that's a real site or not. Porgy and bass. Sea bass. It's more like a C+. Cough. And then we sold good things to, like, fishnudes.com, and we got, like, paid lots of money, and then like I went to this guy at work and was like, "Hey, look, ooh, that's nice looking one. Oh, like carbon? Is that like the texture, the carbon fiber?" I probably was supposed to like make the lure. Whoops. The black porgy, wasn't it? Yeah, it has to be. Cough, cough. Yeah, the black porgy popper. Well, I have 1 out of 2. No, really, I don't know if that's like a real site. I don't want to send people to like some weird porn site for whatever. You could just probably just look up fish online and just find pictures of naked fish. My jaw is still clipping to the bottom of my mouth for like no reason whatsoever. I forget what my buttons do. I gotta set them up again. I don't have a Stream Deck. I don't have any fancy hotkeys going on here. I'm gonna have to set up RenType, probably to do all this stream stuff, so I can be like, RenType, BRB screen. And then RenType's all like, yes! Yes, master. Here's your BRB screen. See? I have the black porgy popper and I'm not catching any porgies. Alright, debate time, people. Soup. Is it a drink? Or is it like a dinner? I need it to be bigger. And not big enough. I need the bigger fish. It's probably one of the great debates. Like, tomato bisque soup. It's like a V8, but you warm it up. Ooh, red sea bream. That's not even listed on this lure. Yes, I'm using the Rivermaster, reel for the ocean. You can also see, like, with the arm that the clothing changes as well. It's just a nice little detail that they didn't have to put in, but they did. Also, this game is supposed to have vibration, but it's not vibrating my controller. I don't know if it's because I'm not using an Xbox controller, or if this just... I kind of remember that the PC version did have vibration at some point. I think I kind of remember being able to use my PlayStation controller in PlayStation mode. And it working just fine. But it doesn't now, so I don't know what's going on with that. Of course, like, if I do set up Rentype for transitions, I'm probably just gonna be yelling at Rentype, like, BRB, and Rentype's just gonna be like, did you say something? I'm like, Rentype, BRB! Because I don't know, I've been having, like, a problem with the program that it's just not recognizing... Like, it used to do a really good job of, like, just... Whenever I'd say something, it would work, but now it's just... Lately, it seems like it's just not hearing at all. And, like, in the log, I just see, like, like, it's picking up something? But I don't know what. Like, a vibration or a fan or something. Where it didn't used to really pick up all that back in the day. So I'll see if anything changed or if, like, Windows decided to dump my voice data. It's getting dark soon, let's head back. And actually, his arm actually fits with what he's wearing. Although I think, like, he has two shirts that kind of fit the arm. Two? I guess it was two. And I should say, yes, the legendary fish is a realistic fish. It is a real fish that exists on this planet. If anyone was wondering about that. Like, spoiler alert, it's a real fish. See, I'm using the black porgy popper and I'm not getting, like, the fish size I need. So, let me go see if I can make another one. Another lure that has, like, the black porgy on it, if there is one. I'm missing 2 or 3. No! That's the only one. Scratching the head. Speaking of shaders, I'm gonna see if I can try and find out how to use the Unity shader network, which it's not built into, it's not built into Unity, which is, like, weird. You have to, like, import it. But I'm somewhat used to using nodes for things. How was it? What's really great about like node editors is basically you're making a layered shader, so you can be like at the bottom I want lava, and then over the top of the lava I want stars, like animated lava, and then stars that twinkle, and then like now put an outline around the entire shader, and then like do something else, like mask some of the shaders, so like the whole shader, so it's like you have animations on top of animations. It's really fun. And it's good to just kind of just sit down and just mess with like a shader network, just to feel like, I wonder what this does. I wonder what happens if I do that. Oh, that's interesting. I made a cool shader. I'm gonna go save it and then screw it up and see what else I can get out of it. I expected something like black and cool looking, like power metal. That looks like not power metal. Just a black, like, black bass, metal bass guitar with like sticks on it that supposedly spell out a band name. It's like, it's power metal lore. Wait, do power metal bands have like the sticks looking logos? I don't know really much about like metal logos other than like a lot of them look like you just got a bunch of sticks from out back and just threw them at the ground in a haphazard way, and there's our logo. Except for, what is it, Party Cannon? Which, like, they have a very cartoon balloony looking logo. But I just don't get why you don't want people to reach your logo. Like, they want to buy your CDs and stuff, right? So how do you make sure that they're buying your CDs and not like this other pile of sticks of CDs? And I don't know if like the black metal logos look different from the pirate metal? Is that, I think that's a thing? Versus power metal? Versus black metal? Versus baby metal? Which I don't really get baby metal. I don't know if that's like a type. Like, baby metal's a type, or I do believe it is a band name, too. Haven't even gotten any sea bass. If this was Animal Crossing, you know that'd be the only thing that you're getting. Oh look, a large shadow! I wonder what it could be! Oh look, it's a sea bass. I'm kind of getting, I kind of got a little bit good, like, judging on whether it was a sea bass or an actual, like, something you want. Like, the ones that you actually want look a little bit bigger than the sea bass ones, and it's kind of like, you have to have a very discerning eye. You can easily, like, pass over something you want. before, like, thinking it's a sea bass. That's what I'm looking for, I think. Yes. My purple-ass rod. That rod's really purple. It's just kind of just interesting, the colors of the things. You will be surprised at the legendary rod. Although I have to say, the designer for all, like, the fishing rods was a woman, which is interesting. It's like, Japan allows women to be in the game industry? I haven't heard, I haven't since like the early 90s? It's unheard of. Especially for rod designs. Like, I kind of thought that they'd maybe go to, like, some kind of, fishing place to get design ideas. But no. And it is good to see, like, there's at least one woman in Japan working in game. Well, maybe not game... Well, game design, yes, but, like the rod designs. Is that the record I won? 70, the other one's 60? Yeah. I don't have a lot of plastic. Neil, get some plastic. In fact, I'm buying garbage. And that's like, we're probably going to this guy's garbage can and, like, picking stuff out thinking it's, like, part of the shop and, like, putting it on the counter, and the guy's like, that's my garbage. And, like, the shopkeeper's like, yeah, I'll just sell this to you. Time is it? Oh, it's almost 3. I think I'm gonna call it here. Wind down a bit. Save. Definitely save. Yes, put this in. Somebody outside's doing something that smells horrible. Smells like skunk, but... Here, let me save it 3 times just to make sure I saved it the second time, just to make sure I saved it the first time. See, this is the part where I could be like, Rentype! Switch over to, powering down! And then Rentype's like, yes, master. Woo! I don't know how to exit the game. I think this game does 4K. Hopefully I'll remember I put it in 4K so I can switch it back to, like, not 4K when it's chugging and I'm like, why is the game suddenly terrible? Like, oh, I put it in 4K. Hmm. Kinda thought there was a way to exit, but I guess it's just good old Alt F4. So, hope everyone had fun. I don't really have a set schedule for, like, streaming quite yet. I'm still trying to, like, decide on when I want to stream. I kind of want to stream, like... it's like, I want to stream after all the people I want to watch stream. Because I want to watch them stream, because, you know, kind of want to support them, too. So, so I gotta think of a schedule, like, when's a good time for me to stream to where it's like I can catch the people I want to catch and, like, and actually have a schedule. So people can be like, hey, you're streaming at this set schedule. Otherwise, thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. If you've gone to the tubes of you. Since I'm winding down, have a nice little outro. This has words. Yes, this is the Gran Turismo soundtrack. You know what? No music. Just absolutely no music. Let me see if I can find a raid target. Am I not centered? I'm not centered. There we go. Lock me down again. Who's streaming? Comfy Basilisk is streaming. They're a late night streamer. Streaming in the early hours of the streaming in the early hours of the day. Put that in there if anybody wants to follow to go there. Is this how raids work? I don't think I'm raiding. Am I doing the thing? I can't tell. Anyways, enjoy Comfy Basilisk if I'm raiding or if I'm not raiding. And have yourself a nice day, night. Goodbye.